Weather for Weather Geeks time on Thursday, August the 6th, 2015. A cool August the 6th, 75, the best we could do today. And that was pretty late this afternoon. We spent a lot of the day struggling in the upper 60s to around 70 degrees. Well, here's a list of the coolest August 6th on record. 65, the coolest back in 1951. With 75, we're going to fall right in here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tied for 11th place on the list of coolest August 6ths on record. Record high today, by the way, 94, set back in 1931. All right, before we get to more weather, next week is the peak of the Perseid meteor shower. Even though the peak is a week away, you can still see some meteors as we go through the next several evenings. Tonight's pretty clear. It'll be a good evening to get away from any light pollution. And check this out. You'll be looking towards the constellation Perseus. And, you can see a pretty good amount of meteors if you're away from the light pollution. And if you want more information on the Perseid meteor shower, I always recommend earthsky.org as a great website for all sorts of astronomy information. And I'll be posting more about this over the next couple of evenings as well. I mentioned it's a nice clear evening. We had a pretty cloudy day overall today, but over the last several hours, these clouds have thinned as our area of low pressure is pushed off to the south. It'll take a second for the satellite data to reload here. But over the last 3-4 hours, we've seen a steady decrease in the clouds from north to south. The rain today, as expected, got up to about I-70. That's about it. So it was a cloudier day today, but it was a dry day once again. We have not had a drop of rain at the airport yet this month. Through the first 6 days of the month, we'll make it 7 days tomorrow. Overall, only one day with more than a trace of rain at the airport in the last 2+ weeks. It's been about 16, 17 days, I think. Where we had one day where we had 7/100ths of an inch. That is it. It's been very, very dry. Well, across the rest of the country, severe weather threatening parts of the Carolinas and Georgia. We've had several warnings down there. A few tornado warnings today in parts of Minnesota. This system is going to weaken considerably as it heads south and east, so we're not too concerned about much more than a sprinkle or a shower here tomorrow night and maybe during the pre-dawn hours of Saturday. So we're in pretty good shape in the near term. Let's take a real quick look at the computer model information here for the next couple of days. Here's a look at the NAM model for tomorrow afternoon as we head into our Friday. Today's storm in parts of the southeast is still bringing wet weather to the mid-Atlantic states tomorrow. There's our weakening system moving through the upper Midwest, and we're high and dry all day tomorrow. So we into tomorrow night, that system approaching from the north and west, it might bring a sprinkle. Here's the evening hours tomorrow, trying to see a little bit of green showing up here in Ohio. Here's the GFS model. Kind of a similar idea there. So, I can't rule out a quick shower tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, but it's a 10 or 20% type of a chance. No big deal at all. I think the weekend's going to be a pretty nice one. Here's a look at this Saturday afternoon. Surface map shows a little bubble of high pressure over southern Ohio, and we're going to be in good shape on Saturday with temperatures back in the mid-80s, and Sunday's probably the warmer half of the weekend. Also a little bit more humid on Sunday. Not, Florida type of humidity, but a little more humid on Sunday. Here's our next potential weather maker Sunday afternoon, bringing showers and storms to parts of the Midwest. Now this is going to try to track our way on Monday. So let's take a look at Monday. Here's the GFS on Monday. Low pressure right over Ohio, cold front associated with it, and will allow for a shower or a thunderstorm at just about any time on Monday, although I really don't think it's any kind of washout. Let me back things up here, skipped ahead too far. Monday night into Tuesday morning, there could still be a shower or a thunderstorm in spots. Let's see, got to get my dates right here. There's Monday. Now here's Tuesday. Had my days mixed up. Here's Tuesday morning, GFS suggesting that could be able to rain still at the start of the day. Behind this cold front, another nice shot of cool air coming for the middle of next week. Here's late, or I should say the middle of next week, Wednesday into Thursday. Looking at the surface chart doesn't show you a whole lot, but if you look upstairs in the upper levels, let's see, let's bring up the 500 millibar chart here. You can definitely pick out the weather features here big time. Big honkin' ridge out here over the Rockies. And then a pretty good trough digging into the northeast and parts of the Great Lakes. So that's a cooler than average pattern for us. Really hot out here, but cool, probably mid-70s for highs here during the second half of next week. And here is the GFS ensemble temperature forecast for the next 2 weeks. actually the next 16 days. Here's our weekend warm-up, 86, 87, maybe even 88 on Sunday. And then behind our front, middle 70s for at least a day or two, I think, Wednesday and perhaps even Thursday of next week. And beyond that, there's not much of a signal for warm or cold from the 15th through the 21st. Most of the ensembles are coming in kind of close to average, or maybe a hair above average for that period. But even if it's a little above average, it's not going to be much above average. We're not looking at a heat wave here anytime real soon. Thank you as always for watching Weather for Weather Geeks. We will see you tonight on 21 News at 11 o'clock. Enjoy a beautiful evening. I was just outside. It is fantastic outside. Should be a nice sunset this evening. And I'll post a time lapse of this evening's sunset on Facebook and Twitter here in a couple of hours.